Alright, so I wasn't planning on making a video about this game. Uh, I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Pretty good game. You might hear some audio in the background of me talking because I had my mic on. I was actually in Discord playing this, so you might hear me and my friends talking or whatever. Uh, Probably me screaming a lot. But I played this game on the hardest difficulty. Um, I don't. I think they should have. It wasn't hard. I think that they should have modified the hardest difficulty to make it to where you didn't have so much ammo because it becomes a shooting gallery once you get all the different guns or blueprints or whatever you want to call them. You get a couple of guns that aren't a blueprint. It's just like a main shotgun. I don't know if I have it right now at this point. I don't know if I have it. I don't think so. Um, but the game was fun. I think I got a 91 on Metacritic, or excuse me, not a 91. Jesus, 71 on Metacritic for PC. Uh, I think that's about fair. I think maybe I would have gave it 73. Um, the graphics on this game are absolutely phenomenal. It's probably some of the best graphics
Oh, fuck, I didn't even
I
realize my
probably have
man's was
ever
here.
seen. The lighting is amazing. I'm playing at max settings on PC at 1440p. So, I mean, I was just like, sometimes like, I played this game a lot slower than what it took to beat this game because a lot of times I would just be walking around staring at shit, just looking at stuff. Like the reflections on this game are absolutely. And by the way, I don't even have ray tracing on. I'm not a ray tracing believer. I think this shit is dumb. I don't. It tanks your performance way too much, and I flip it on and off, and I can't really see that much of a difference to where it's like a necessity. There's a difference between having minimum textures and max textures. You can see it clearly. By the way, I'm sick a little bit, so if my voice sounds a little hoarse, that's why. But there's a difference. You can see minimum textures, maximum textures, minimum shadows, maximum shadows. You know, minimum shadows, they're going to be jaggy, they're going to be bootleg looking. It just doesn't look right. Ray tracing on or off, I, I don't see it. I don't see it. I continue to say this shit's a gimmick right now. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I haven't seen a game yet where even like I played Gotham Knights, turn it on, turn it off. It didn't. When I turned it on, I will say I could see a difference in the puddles because it was raining, so I could see a slight difference. But to me, uh, as you know, I'm a truck driver, so a lot of times I'm driving at night. It might be raining, you know. The reflections off the road at night don't even look as good as the reflections in the game. So why would I want to make fake reflections look better than what it does in real life? It throws you off, and for me it ruins my immersion. If that makes sense. Like if you have a sign, like we've all went down the highway and you've seen like a advertisement sign, uh, and then if there's rain on the road, so you can see the reflection. Um, if it's if something's right on top of the road, you can see a reflection, and then a little bit, you know, how do I say this? With more distance comes more blur on the reflection. But with ray tracing, the way it's been implemented in most of these games, like I'll see a building reflecting off the ground in the rain, and it'll be clear as day, and the building's 200 yards away. The lights on the building, it's all like really far away from where the reflection point is. So it just doesn't look right, and it fucks with my eyes. So I don't use it. But the most important thing is it tanks your frame rate and performance. Huh, I'm taking frame rate over everything, always, you know. But that's neither here nor there. Ray tracing's whatever. I tend to keep it off all the time. Uh, Also, bro, the sound on this game is phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. Graphics and sound. They spent a lot of time working on this sound. The sound, I, the directional sound is amazing. It just sounds like you feel like something's around every corner. I mean, when you stomp on an enemy and you crush their body, it sounds great. Just walking sounds great. It just I can't say enough about the sound. It's phenomenal. This game, very fun. Story, pretty good. Enemies are kind of the same, but as you progress through the game, you'll find newer and newer enemies.
Can't go
There's
see what's
no
going on in there.
real. This game is basically a good starting point because they started from scratch. This is a good starting point for a new IP. I think that if they, I bought this game for $60.
Definitely going on the wall.
Day one,
What?
basically day two, whenever it came out,
Oh my
I
god.
just came home and played it. At the time, I was over the road. Now I'm local truck driver, so now I'll be able to play a lot more games. Thank God. Um, but as soon as I got home,
Man, oh man.
bought it, downloaded it, started playing it. Actually, I don't think I was here day one because there was people were saying
It's got fucking
this is a cool
sweat.
feature, grabbing somebody and throwing them into the wall. People were saying that there was a lot of issues with performance on PC. Um, but by the time I got home, it seems like they got it fixed, and I was able to play
How much for damage?
without
1900?
too
Damn.
many issues at all. Really, just playing it like regular. I was playing with a controller. The dodge mechanics are easy. There's no timing involved. You just go left, you go right, you go left, you go right, and you don't have to worry about getting hit. Now, I say that sometimes you'll get hit anyways, and you've dodged, and it doesn't make any sense. I think that they need a little bit more. I like the melee combat, but I think that they need a little bit more work on the. If they're gonna do a sequel, they need a little bit more work on the melee side. I think that the difficulty they shouldn't allow you to have so many. Uh, they should have designed a game to where you can stealth the game most of the time instead of things popping out just running at you. And the reason why I say that is because it gives you a fair opportunity to not use your weapons if you're going to lower the ammo count. So that way you can stealth through enemies. Now, I still stealth for the most part, but, you know, sometimes you can't. You just walk into a room, they pop out and just start running at you. And there's nothing you can do about it. I don't really like that. But, game's pretty good. I'd say get this game on a sale, give it a try, and play it. It's a decent horror game.
There we go.
Um, that's another thing. There's not a lot of horror games. So it's, beggars can't be choosers. I love horror games. So, and I don't, what's funny is I don't like horror movies. I don't really care too much for. I like slashers. I like Jason, but I don't like really care for horror movies, especially these. You don't ever get to see the enemy. It's lurking in the shadows all the time. Type horror movies that just leave you in suspense and wait for the jump scare for an hour and a half. I don't like that. Um, but it's a decent start. I think that when they do a sequel, they have a few things they got to adjust. We damn sure need one of my biggest pet peeves and one of the most important things for me when I buy a game is if there's different environments. For the most part, you're in this space station, but all the hallways and stuff look the same. So you're gonna run, it's just
Oh,
it
motherfucker.
gets I don't not boring, but it just gets repetitive to the point where it's like, damn, there's no. I mean, there's only so much you can do on a snow planet. You spoiler alert. Fast forward 5 seconds.
Holy
You
shit.
do get to go outside in the snow at some point, but for the most part, you're inside of this space station. I would guess you would call it. You know, but solid game, solid game. I agree with the Metacritic on this. I do think that I'm excited for Dead Space remake. I bought Dead Space on PC and it's
I'm
fucked.
supposed for
The
that.
PC version is fucked on the original Dead Space. You actually have to fix the game yourself to get past this certain part where you get to this door at the very beginning of the game and it's bugged because you're waiting for the enemy to pop out and for some reason it's bugged. You can't do anything. So I'm excited. I'm gonna play all three of them back to back. As soon as Dead Space remake comes out, buying that, and I'm playing Dead Space 2 and 3 back to back. I'm getting to it. So I am excited for that. It's coming out in February. I don't know if I'll be playing a day one, but because I'm I have three Ninja Gaiden games in my damn backlog. I got Horizon Zero Dawn and I got Guardians of the Galaxy. Right now I'm playing Splinter Cell Blacklist. So I got things to do. But I'm excited for it. Solid game, solid game. Get it on a sale and enjoy it. It's a pretty solid game. The graphics, man, I can't say enough about the graphics. Crazy, crazy gorgeous graphics. So, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think about this game in the comment section. Did you play it? Did you beat it? Are you waiting for a sale? Let me know. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, twitter.com/FoulRico, youtube.com/FoulRico, and I'm out of here. Peace.